Deep into the eyes, read them like a book. Trapped inside a prison, gotta free them like a crook. Make off with the loot, made off for the joke. Treated like these cowards never needed what we took, and we repeat it like a hook. Caught in the deep, come back like Wheezy. Card 3, sensation. Wait, then pause the beat. Eyes don't lie, truth still hard to see. They're begging me to show them, they're saying that I owe them, but I'll never give it up. Not for you, not for no one. Foreign ride, touring, soaring, open road, exploring.
Yeah, welcome to the show. This is Smoke the Competition, and I'm your host, Eric Sojash. Thank you for checking us out. It's greatly appreciated. Please subscribe to the channel. You can subscribe below. Just pause the video real quick, hit that subscription button. It will take you just a second. I got a lot of great tips for you, a lot of fun fantasy information. It's definitely worth your time. So please subscribe. You can give me a follow on Twitter at Sojash Sports. Today's episode, I'm jumping right into NFL Week 6. Can't believe how fast the season is flying by. We got some bye weeks. I'm breaking them down on the screen here. Some huge offenses we're going to be missing. Some big key players. No Kansas City Chiefs. No Los Angeles Rams. No Miami Dolphins. And no Minnesota Vikings. So we're going to need to fill these lineups. We also got a lot of injuries we got to deal with. Man, it's going to be a tough one, but that's what we're here for. I'm going to give you all the tips and tricks you need to fill your rosters. Let you know what I'm doing in my leagues. So without further ado, once again, I'm Eric Sojash. Please subscribe to the channel. Give us a like, give us a follow. Let's go. All right, first things first, we're going to break down the lingo here, let you guys know exactly how things are discussed on Smoke the Competition. If I set a player up as a must start, that's an absolute smash. That's a must start. That's a top 12 play. Get him in your lineups. Don't think twice about it. If I say a player is a hero start, now that's more of your boom or bust. That's a player that I believe can exceed expectations or can bust. One of those players that you could take a swing on him, but he can sink you, or he can take you all the way to the championship. In terms of a floor start, now that's exactly how it sounds. It's a player that I believe has a very safe floor, but there's not a high ceiling. Some of those players that are going to get you, 6 to 8 points a week, get you them safe points. They won't completely bust, but they definitely won't blow up for you. And then a risky start is exactly what it sounds like. A player that's too risky to start, put them in your lineups, they could cost you the W. You keep them in for too long, they can cost you the season. In a matchup that should turn some heads this weekend, we got the Cincinnati Bengals traveling to New York to take on the New York Giants. This one should be great for fantasy football, even without Malik Neighbors. In terms of the Bengals, you're going to fire up Joe Burrow. Absolute must start. Don't need to say anything more than that. Same thing with Chase Brown. He has elevated himself in that running back field. He's taken over that backfield, in my opinion. Zach Moss still has a role, but Chase Brown is going to be that number one guy. You fire him up as a must start as long as he's coming into this game healthy. Zach Moss, he has a floor I like. I think he's a floor start. This offense is clicking, so you can play both running backs if you have to. Just have less expectations for Zach. Jamar Chase, stud, you fire him up. T. Higgins, stud 1.0, you fire him up. He's just a step down from Jamar, but the kid knows how to ball. These guys are absolute just rockets. They can win you a week. And in terms of tight end, Mike Gesicki, I think he's losing to that rookie, but they are giving him enough tread that he's still the number one tight end, but I wouldn't play him. He's a risky start. Keep him on the bench or keep him in the free agency. Speaking of those New York Giants, we got QB Daniel Jones as one of my sleeper starts this week. I like Daniel Jones, what he's been doing with his legs. Even without Malik Neighbors, he's been producing. People have been, down on Daniel. Other than week 1, he's been pretty good. I'd plug and play him and expect him to exceed expectations as a sleeper start this week. Devin Singletary is ready to make his return from injury. I think it was a growing injury. Temper expectations. I have him as a floor start. Same thing with his running mate, Tyrone Tracy. Now, if it was just Tyrone Tracy, I'd have him as a must start. But seeing as they're going to be splitting carries, I have them both as a floor start. Darius Slayton, I see him as a hero start. He's going to be that number one ace, replacing Malik Neighbors. He did a really good job doing that last week. If they can reproduce that type of production, him and Daniel Jones have been playing for a while together. They do have a good connection. So I see Darius as a hero start. He might absolutely boom in this game. And then Wan'Dale Robinson, what can you say about him? PPR monster, super safe, has probably one of the safest floors in PPR format right now. You play him, he's an absolute must start. Don't you worry about it. Wan'Dale, Mr. Robinson. All right, last but not least, for Monday Night Football, we got the Buffalo Bills taking on the New York Jets. Josh Allen, absolute must start. Get him in your lineups. Don't think twice about it. Even though the Jets do pose a good threat on the other side there, Josh is, he plays good. He needs to have a bounce back game. I'm going to fire him up and not worry about it. terms of running backs, we got James Cook on injury watch. My gut feeling is he's not playing this week. You're going to have to look at Ty Johnson, or you're going to have to look at the rookie Ray Davis. Either one, it's going to be tough. They're going to split carries. It's going to be hard to determine who's going to get it. Plus, Josh is going to do a lot of running. But if you're in a pickle, I think I'd go with Ty Johnson. He has PPR upside. In terms of wide receivers, Keon Coleman's a risky start. Every week so far he's been a risky start. Even when he produces, it's on one catch and he just turns it into a touchdown. I don't see him doing that against the Jets, so keep him on your bench. Khalil Shakir has the injury risk. He might miss another game. If he doesn't, he might be a decoy. We need him at full strength for him and Josh to be deadly, so I see him as a risk. I'm probably going to have him on the benches as well. Dalton Kincaid, man, he hasn't produced, but you got to keep firing up. They're going to need someone to produce. They're going to need a healthy body. Him and Josh got to find a way to do something. So I'm firing up Dalton Kincaid. He's a must start for me in week 6. And for those Jets, we got the old man Aaron Rodgers at quarterback. I'm looking at him as a risky start against this Buffalo Bills defense. I'll keep him on the benches or keep him in the free agency. At running back, it's time for Breece Hall to break out. Buffalo hasn't been the best against the run. The Jets really need to lean on the run. They need to get back at moving the ball on offense. So I see Breece Hall as an absolute must start this week. Also in the back, there is Braylon Allen. Now, in the past, we've been seeing this as a timeshare. We've been seeing opportunity for Braylon, but I don't see it. It's been rough the last few weeks for both of them. I can only see one of them breaking out this week. So I'm going to say Braylon is a risky start and put all my energy towards the Breece Hall breakout. So Braylon Allen, keep him on your benches. He's risky this week. Garrett Wilson, temper expectations. I don't think he'll have the biggest game against this secondary, but with the amount of targets he gets and being the alpha receiver, he'll have enough to be a must start. Moving over to Allen Lazard, I see him as a floor start. He just has too much chemistry with Aaron Rodgers to completely ignore. Plus, they're going to have to do something to take away Garrett Wilson. So Allen's going to be your floor start here. And then once again, tied in Tyler Conklin, same thing. Good floor start. Should get you guys anywhere between 6 to 10 fantasy points. So if you're in a pickle, Allen Lazard, Tyler Conklin, great floor starts in week 6. Well, that's it for today's episode. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for following up with us in season 2. So excited to get things rolling. Once again, follow our fantasy season. I'm going to give you guys an up close and personal look. Give me your ideas. So let's stay interactive. Let me know what you think. I'll definitely be interactive, responding to all your comments. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. Give us a like, and you can give us a follow at SoulJash Sports. Thank you. Peace, love, and let's continue to smoke the competition.
Deep into the eyes, read them like a book. Trapped inside a prison, gotta free them like a crook. Make off with the loot, made off for the joke. Treated like these cowards never needed what we took, and we repeat it like a hook. Caught in the deep, come back like Wheezy. The card 3, sensation. Wait then, pause the beat. Eyes don't lie, truth still hard.